Welcome to Guns and Gear Network, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in. Today we're going to discuss battle belts or home protection belts. Stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. So today we're going to discuss battle belts, war belts, home protection style belts, kind of grab and go SHTF style setups. So this has been reviewed. This talk has been done many times on YouTube. I'm just going to kind of give you my perspective on what I have and maybe give you some ideas. So a lot of the products you're going to see tonight, you're going to find in the Amazon store. Be sure to check that link out. A lot of things we review and recommend here on the channel is in those Amazon stores, and we have it broken into section for you guys. Also, be sure to check out the Big Daddy Unlimited link. It's a e-commerce buyers club style website. Go over there, you buy a membership. They do have a 99-cent 30-day trial membership, and you get heavy discounts on ammunition, firearms, NFA items such as suppressors, and a lot of outdoor type gear that you would see or probably appreciate if you're watching these style videos. So be sure to check out Big Daddy Unlimited over there. All right, guys. So what you see here is my setup, and it's changed and evolved over the last several years. I've done battle belt videos in the past. So this one, I used to have one of the padded ones, and since that time I got in the core essentials. I recently did a video on this. I can't stress enough how great this belt is. I like the more lower profile than the heavier other ones. Not that I'm going to get rid of those, don't get me wrong, that I have already, but I do like this setup. And so think of an EDC. When I say EDC, I really don't mean EDC. I mean like grab and go, or SHTF is the word I was actually looking for, kind of thing, battle belt, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of like a policeman's setup, right? It's something, if you hear bump in the night, I can grab this, slap it on. I have a lot of things, tools available at a pretty, close proximity. Maybe keep this hanging on your bedpost, whatever it is, so that way you can just throw your pistol in here, throw this on, and then you can go check out whatever you need to check out at your home or whatever, okay? So we're going to start at one end and kind of work our way down. Video is going to be a little longer than normal. I apologize, but a little bit to talk about through here and how I've got mine set up. Again, you want a good foundation, a good quality belt, something like the Core or one of those type belts. The reason I like a Core over something with a Cobra buckle, this is adjustable a lot quicker on the fly, in and out as far as tightness around your waist, more so than just a straight Cobra buckle, because you set the length and everything, and then that you just kind of leave it there. So you have to kind of set it tight in order to hold all this stuff. This one does work with the inner Velcro belt system, but I don't need this if I'm just grabbing this bumping the night stuff. And that's one thing I like about the Core. I can tighten it down past that good point where I don't really have to worry about this, and it's still everything's secure. So I'm going to set this over to the side. All right, so we're going to start down at this end, kind of work our way down. All right, what you see here is my knife. This is a fixed blade knife. This one I've just recently did a review of, and I've got it on one of the Tek-Lok style holder or clips for the Kydex holster that it came with. That is the Schrade. I don't remember. I think it's the SH57. I think, but you can check out the video in the review, and you'll figure it out. All right, Safariland. You need a good platform, a good holster. Safariland, the good thing about Safariland, if you're running a Glock, M&P, SIG, things like that, these can be found really reasonable actually on places like eBay in the secondary market where there's surplus, either from a military use or law enforcement use. So if a law enforcement agency was carrying Glocks and they switched to Smith & Wessons, a lot of times they'll sell these off to someone at auction or whatever, and then they'll wind up on the secondary market. So something like this you can pick up for anywhere from, I've seen them as cheap as $35, and you lefties, you get a little advantage because they don't have as many demand for the left hand, and the left-handed ones are usually cheaper. But anyway, this one's for the Glock 17. I do have it on the leg platform. I do like having it away if I'm running a plate carrier or something. Kind of gets it down a little bit further on my leg and gets away from my plate carrier as far as making a draw and things like that. I do have it set up with this new system where it's not, and I did away with one of the straps, so it's kind of moved up on the belt. I can actually move it up a little bit more if I wanted to, but I do like it at this level. Lanyard loops, kind of up to you. I just have it on here because I've had this thing forever. I don't use it a lot of times unless you're really out, maybe, you know, tracking, you know, bad guy in the woods or something crazy. You don't really need this. I did stick it on here just to kind of show you as an example, though. If you notice, because I have this leg platform, I'm able to do things with it. So I'm able to put my holder up here for my tourniquet, and I also have my scissors in here. So this gets it over here. I know exactly where it's at. It's out of the way. It doesn't take any more room on the belt, and I can attach it directly to my leg platform for my Safariland holster. Okay. Then I do actually have a dedicated first aid IFAK. This is an IFAK, not like a boo-boo kit. So there's chest seals in here, quick clot, all that is right here. And I'll discuss this in a separate video because I think it warrants a separate video. I like this setup here. I got this off of Amazon, and I was looking for a vertical style instead of a horizontal, so it's a little slimmer profile on the belt and doesn't get in your way. This one's not as high speed, low drag as some of those out there that have the Velcro attachment and then you rip this thing off. This is kind of the poor man's version. And the reason is I've got the zippers over here, and I can simply reach around past my firearm, unzip it, and I can grab this, and everything's in this bag. And then I can pull it out and work, you know, dump it out, whatever I need. It's clear, I can see in it. So this is not quite as high speed, low drag as some of those out there, but it's real cheap too. When I do the review, I'll tell you the price, but it's real reasonable. I mean, less than $20 for sure. So I think it's more like 12 or 13. It's got a Velcro panel in the front, so I can put first aid in case if I'm down and somebody needs to find first aid, at least it's on me. Blood type right there. Also in here, I've got some flex cuffs, which is nothing more than heavy duty zip ties is what that is. I've got them, there's a pocket that goes through here like this, and I've simply stuck them in there with this little tab hanging out. Again, I can reach around, grab this. It's much lighter than trying to carry actual handcuffs, so I can grab it right there. All right, so this is a dump pouch. I think everybody needs a dump pouch if you're going to use this, again, for more of a battle belt. You're maybe patrolling a neighborhood, things like that. This right here always comes in handy. It's low profile, takes up very little room, not a lot of weight, and this is in the small of my back. I don't want anything with bulk in the small of my back in case I fall. I don't want a spinal injury. This is about as much as I want anywhere near the small of my back. Don't put radios, don't put handcuffs, don't put anything, because if you get in an actual altercation, sometimes you'll wind up on your back, or if you fall down and whatever, you don't want anything that can damage your spine. So keep that in mind. Try keeping this as clean as possible in the very center of where your back is. All right, so mine, and you don't have to do this if you want a radio, fine. If you don't, fine. So this is one of my UV5Rs. I do want a radio because I've got a plan within my home that everybody knows if something major happens and I have to go outside or whatever, everybody's got radios in their particular rooms, and they're all on a certain channel. So we know that we can communicate with one another without having to worry about a cell phone. You know, I can radio back, hey, please call 911 or call the fire department, call whatever. Even if I'm outside at a distance, maybe I'm over helping my neighbor or something, and I've got this radio, and they know as soon as anything happens, they're supposed to grab the radio and cut it on. So have those little contingency plans out for your family so they'll know exactly what to do. Now, everybody's a little different. I opt for 2 pistols and 1 single rifle magazine. The reason is I don't put pistol magazines typically on a plate carrier, but I always typically have magazines for my AR on my plate carrier. So this right here is one of those things where I want to make sure I've got pistol ammunition extra, and I've got at least 1 extra here, and I've got it in kind of a taco style where they're on top of one another, and then I've got a single one here. So kind of up to you. Some people run 2. They'd rather have 2 rifle magazines and not this, but if I am running this in conjunction with a plate carrier, I already have at least 1 magazine in my gun, 3 on my plate carrier, and this one. So that's essentially 5 magazines for my rifle, and then I have 1 in my pistol and 2 spares, 3 being total. So just kind of give you an idea of the way I set up mine. So make sure you've got at least something. If you don't want to spend big money on all this stuff, I get it, but at least have some kind of simple battle belt, whatever you want to call it, SHTF type belt that you can grab pretty quickly and start addressing anything you need to address, whether it be at your home, downstairs in your basement, outside in your yard, at your neighbor's house, in your neighborhood as a whole, whatever it is, and you have kind of everything in one spot that you can grab and use. So just keep that in mind. Again, if you want to go totally, I'd rather you have something, everything cheap, and at least have something than say, well, I'm just not going to spend that kind of money, so I'm not going to have anything. Keep in mind, all of us have budgets, and I try being budget friendly as possible. A lot of this stuff on here is budget friendly. Some of it's pretty pricey. So this belt is not cheap. It's about $140. I would rather see you buy a $35 Amazon belt and have at least some type of basic setup and then change stuff out later. That's what I do a lot of times. I'll kind of start on a lower budget and then build out and replace things, or I'll set up the belt that I used to have, I might, give it to a buddy or somebody in a prepper group or my son or my wife or whatever. So then I upgrade mine as I go along and the budget changes what I'm able to spend on my build out. So think about that. Also, don't go with nothing. Make sure you have at least a foundational platform of something and then build out for more expensive stuff later, better holsters or things like that. So anyway, guys, be sure to share if you have any comments or suggestions or whatever about your battle belt or suggestions you might have with what you see here. That would be greatly appreciated. It's always helpful with the other people watching and looking at the comments. It's always helpful for that too. But anyway, guys, appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget your battle belt together. You never know when you might need one. And as always, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Bring another video shortly. Have a great day.